don't have a criminal record. I could hang around with, I don't know, we'll call him Yusuf. Yusuf and I are friends. We hang out, whatever. If there's a raid and anytime I could just be part of the organizational, that's it. I'm a gang member. That's it. I'm part of this crime.
You could be smoking weed with Yusuf in the parking lot, and you're part of the criminal organization.
Use your phone.
But that's in police files. You're not gonna get convicted like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the thing about it is conspiracy. You conspire.
It's hard to tie.
Committing a crime. So you could be on a phone call.
So you ask a question right now. What's the question you ask right now? You ask a question right now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
that's in the police files.
The girl that got charged for basically organized crime, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened to her.
Yeah.
She was in a house that these guys were at, right?
Okay.
They used her phone, right?
Yeah.
And then she was charged for criminal organization, all that kind of
I'll note that at Ms. Warsami's trial, never once was the word Dixon City Bloods or the criminal organization that she is alleged to have benefited, never once was a name assigned to them or the allegation made that she was a member of the Dixon City Bloods.
all that kind of stuff. She got sucked in, right? Yeah. And the judge for the case said, this is ridiculous. You can't charge somebody who has no other affiliation with organized crime, right?
Yeah. I saw her. She was the young lady that was.
They can't convict, right?
Right.
It's just, but they can
pay money and
but they can, So like,
but they also do that so you can snitch on other people. They scare you that you're going to get so many years, and they say just talk.
Yeah.
Blame anybody. Just point the finger. We'll take it from there.
Or even if you plead guilty, those that took pleas, they got, what is it, like 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, they're already on road. Everybody already got on road.
This guy particularly, another person that didn't plead, they got like they gave him like 12 and 15
They don't like
years.
it when like you waste their time and take it to court. They feel like you're testing them.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like a politics, the whole thing.
Let's wrap it up. This has been a very. I felt like I learned a lot.
Oh yeah.
And let me know, all of you. Because there was so much backlash from this documentary, right? It's a hashtag shame on Vice, right? So my question to you is, do we blame Vice for painting this narrative? There's certain people that are against it.
Can't.
So let's go one by one. Let's start with Bueller and then we'll go Bueller. Is the hashtag shame on Vice something that should be painted on, like should be put on Vice? Is it their fault for painting us in this light?
I'm gonna, like, even though I said earlier, Alosha Hanuch is a little bit like the way things were portrayed. You can't blame Vice because, as Kareem said, it's they're in for the interest of money, so and entertainment value.
Right.
So you can't. So having said that, you can't take their word as gospel either. You know what I mean? So I say there's a happy medium in there. Yeah,
it's expected because it's for profit.
It's for profit, yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Samantha.
Exact same thing. I'm not gonna say anything different, and I'm gonna just add that to be honest, I like Vice a lot.
Okay.
Like out of all that, you can watch CNN or you could waste your time on a lot of things, but Vice for the most part is really good. Yeah.
Okay. Kareem.
I kind of picking up on that. I still kind of like Vice. I was a little disappointed in, I guess, I view Vice as a media front that does like the hard-hitting documentaries that really gets in there. And I felt this one was a little too surface level because there were a lot of things to me, like the fact that a lot of the people were charged in the criminal documents saying that you're affiliated with a organized crime, but the police never had to state that at the trial. What was the name of it? There was a lot of things that were very shady, and I feel like the Vice I perceive in my mental head, they would have dove a bit more into that and all the other conspiracy and things that are happening in the community. I felt that it was too surface level. Like it was, to me, I feel like it didn't dive deep into it. And rather than saying, isn't there, they could have taken one position and say, there is no gang in Dixon. The police are just making this up to comply with all these things they're doing. And here are the proof, A, B, C, boom, boom. To me, that would have been a Vice documentary. This was too like, you guys decide, here's a little bit of this. And it's true that Rogers owns Vice now. I didn't think it was a hard-hitting documentary that tried to get to the truth. It was just, here's this, here's that. You guys figured it out. And in that sense, because it was so surface level, I think it was more damaging to the community than it was positive.
Yeah. So definitely shame on Vice if it comes to you.
Yeah, but at the same time, we also, if no Somali person decided to work with Vice on that, the documentary never would have come out, right? So our participation, like we have leverage. It's like anything else in a negotiation, right? It's kind of like, and I'm not saying that we would have had complete leverage to dictate how they gone about their documentary, but when somebody comes to you, if Vice had tried to do that documentary with no participation of anybody from the community, it never would have saw the light of day. So they need our participation to make the content, which gives us leverage, right? I'm not saying the leverage is going to allow us to now become the producers and dictate the narrative, no, but in the future we got leverage, use the leverage and make sure it paints it and it touches upon the parts of the story that I think weren't really told in the documentary.
Yeah. Iman.
I think that you know why I like the documentary. At the end of the day, it cleared a lot of people's names. People who didn't get a chance to go on CTV, who said, yo, this person committed murder, and say, even though their charges were dropped, not like CTV or City TV came to them and said, hey, what's the follow-up? No, it gave people a platform to say, hey, by the way, I was charged with murder. I wasn't even in the city. You know, I was, exiled from the neighborhood. I can't apply for a job now. I couldn't do anything.
Right.
But guess what? They were wrong. I am, not a murderer, and I'm in the clear. Just the fact that got told.
Yeah. Was a positive.
It made the whole thing. It cleared those people's names, and alhamdulillah, that's all I have to say. It was a good documentary. It could have been better, obviously, but we can all pick and choose what we want more of and what we want less of.
I understand. LJ, shame on Vice?
Shame on Vice. Yeah, the way I look at it is Vice is very internationally renowned for the fact that they expose.
Yeah.
I watch Vice a lot.
I love Vice.
And they didn't get into this topic the way I wanted them to get into it. Yes, they exposed it. But at the same time, they didn't fully expose it. This has been going around, and there's been lots of videos and other people in videos regarding Dixon.
Right.
So the story's I feel like the Dixon story is it's there, but it's nobody really wants to get too in depth to it due to the fact there's a lot of problems involved with it, and there's a lot of hands are dirty and involved in it.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the fact that they did at least approach a topic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which was a good thing.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
just
out
didn't
there.
do it right.
And I just honestly believe that the way that the way they look at it in the Dixon Bloods, and I'm always going to keep doing that, Dixon Bloods.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an organized crime, and I think all those men should be freed.
All right.
Personally, that's my opinion.
Shame on Vice, or you disagree?
Well, the thing, the fact of the matter is, my problem is that the so-called hashtag, the social media activists, those motherfuckers, they need to come to the community. You know what I mean? Like if you truly want to be an activist, do you know what I mean?
Get your hands in
get fucking involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put in fucking hashtag, shame this, I'm against this, and blaming people. It was the community.
Right.
Everybody that was there, these were grown up as people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they told their narrative.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And as a person, as a man, do you know what I mean? I gotta respect that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? If I'm to correct someone, I gotta talk to that person, and my approach has to be, do you know what I mean? It has to be, like an intellectual approach. It has to be, approach which I respect the person, opinion.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But shame on this and hashtag this, and they're nothing but more than fucking Twitter activists.
Right.
So these motherfuckers, they need to get their fucking hands dirty.
Okay.
If they want to fucking make a difference in the community, come to the motherfucking community.
Got it.
You know what I mean? They're not part of the community. So they need to fucking shut their stinking mouth up.
Thank you.
Gang.
Thank you so much, guys. This has been, at least for me, very, very educational. I've learned a lot. Inshallah, you never know. There's a lot of there's a lot of questions that have not been answered in the documentary. A lot of things that a lot of us feel like was left out or may not have been done properly. But that being said, you never know. In the future, there could be this is Dixon version of what we do, right? In the future, you never know. Or somebody else that might do it. Whatever the case may be, we want to get in there and get in depth and get all of the questions answered. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming on. Thank you, everybody that's watching. Comment below your thoughts. Hit us up on social media, Sheeko Sheeko 24. I have social media too, Queen Book. Yeah, anyways. Thank you so much.
Are we gonna talk about the follow-up interview? The actual shame on Vice? That's included in this discussion.
It kind of was. Is there something that you want to add into?
No, I thought it was a separate segment.
No, go ahead. Let's get in there. Speak your mind.
There's a part in that follow-up where one of the people that were speaking looked at the other guy and said, in the midst of a conversation, and said, "Hold on. Aren't you the one that sold drugs to the mayor?" I think that was what was said. I thought that was so ignorant. My blood boiled. I thought that was so ignorant. I thought that was so rude. That's somebody that's working within the community, and you want to label him with something like that. A lot of people didn't know. Right. She put it on him like that. Right. One, why was that even necessary to mention? Right. That had nothing to do with that.
That's what got pissed me off.
Yeah. Why did you even have to say anything? Okay. You're a grown-ass woman, and you just played the most childish line ever.
Okay. What do you think? Why do you think she said that?
Because she had nothing to say. She had no rebuttal. She could, instead of being professional and saying, "Listen, I work in media and I do, whatever the hell that she said she was doing. I've seen their channel. It's all about, it's Pleasantville. Everything's perfect. Let's go raise a flag. Let's go to Minneapolis. Let's do this. Let's sing a song. You know, I never see them get into any hard-heading issues. But no, once the hard stuff happens, you want to criticize.
Do you think do you agree with?
I absolutely agree. I agree with the other lady that was on it, the older lady. Yeah. Mashallah, she was amazing.
Right.
She even said, "I called you.
Right.
I looked for you.
Right.
Where were you?"
Right.
I was busy, or I was in school at that time. Well, you could have called her back. You could have followed up with her. You know, you could even just called to say, "Hey, I got your message, but I'm busy." No, you want to wait till after the fame.
Okay.
You know what?
To
In
do something
addition,
about
in addition to what you're saying, like I've been accused of basically putting vulnerable children in harm. You know what I mean?
Harm's way, yeah.
Me, like I'm not the greatest, husband. I'm not the greatest dude, but I'm the greatest motherfucking father in the whole planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And no one can take that away from me. What I did in my community, I did everything that I have done it from the bottom of my heart. You know what I mean? Have I made mistakes in life? Yes, I have. Do you know what I mean? But when you fucking call me a stabber, like I'm stabbing my community in the back, I ain't no fucking Uncle Tom. I'm real. I'm the realest motherfucking Somali in the whole fucking world. Do you know what I mean? I climb mountains for the interests of Somali.
Yes.
I walked from Toronto. I walked from Toronto to Ottawa.
Yeah.
Not only that, I walked.
Yeah.
My wife, my two girls. One was 3, one was 5, one was 2, one was 4.
Yeah.
My son was only 7 months old.
And you walked from
I
Ottawa?
walked from Toronto to Ottawa. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like everything that I have done.
This was to raise money?
The amount of freaking time that I went to like a court, that I went to freaking jail, that I went to like a school, that I advocated for Somali, is beyond this world. But the fucking phony people, they want to claim the success of good people. You understand? This young man, I had to go ask, bring him to Hapa's, run our program. Do you know what I mean? And I have done. Had I known all you guys, I would have done it. Do you know what I mean? Our community, there are issues.
Yeah.
But good people, what genuine people do, genuine people, they contribute. Phony people, they want to fucking claim other people's success. That's what they do.
I understand, yeah.
So, I mean, I know who I am. Do you know what I mean? And talking trash about me, it's not, it doesn't set well with the
Here's
community.
another thing, if I could just wrap it up. There was no kids in this documentary.
Thank you.
These are grown. Some people, we just naturally have baby faces, but there was no kids
They were grown-ass
in
men.
the video. These, I think, the youngest person was probably in their 20s. No
Late
children were
20s.
harmed during the filming.
Sheeko Sheeko.
This is life.
Yeah.
This is
So no
life.
matter how many times you want to say, these children, these kids, these are grown, they can reproduce 10 times over.
Okay.
There's no kids in this video. We need to wake up as a community. We need to get real. We need to work together, not against each other, and get something done.
Yeah.
Period.
Before I even wrapped up, there was a question of mine, but we're running out of time. But I might as well ask you now. Do you feel like certain members of our community, at times, they actively ignore what's happening in our youth? Like, do we play deaf, blind, and dumb?
Yep.
You can play, you can ignore, but don't ignore and judge at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have nothing to do towards anything and then judge someone else's work.
Okay.
If he's doing something in the community and if I'm not doing anything to help him, I have no right to judge him.
Okay.
All
Fair
I can
enough.
do is do something else.
Right. Okay. So,
And
anyways,
Somali
guys.
people, we are very judgmental too.
Yeah. But we'll touch. Listen, it seems like we're still very passionate about this, but we've run out of time, unfortunately. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this segment. Please comment below. Hit us up on our social medias. That's going to be all over the screen somewhere. But anyways, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today too, and really having a passionate discussion.
Adios, people.
We out.
Sheeko Sheeko.
DMs.